On the day of my birthday, my two childhood friends had made a pact. Whoever found a ring hidden inside the cake would be the one to marry me, the blind man. But when a moment of truth arrived, they casually handed the slice of cake to a limping hotel housekeeper, effectively tossing her at me. They stood there laughing alongside a male college student they had brought along, joking that the housekeeper and I were a perfect match. One blind, the other gimp. The corner of my mouth quirked up slightly. If she's willing, I'll marry her. The color instantly drained from my childhood friends' faces. Who did you say you'd marry? Before I could speak, Liam Tate stepped forward, wrapping his arm possessively around Chloe Vance's shoulder. Chloe, have you forgotten how he used to fake being pathetic just to trick you? You still believe a word he says? Hearing this, Chloe looked at me with undisguised disgust. Almost forgot. You always were the best at playing these little games. Little games? So, in their hearts, my decision to marry someone else was just a little game. I wondered if they knew my vision had already returned. Would they still call this a game? A week ago, a successful surgery had restored my sight. I had planned to share this joy at my birthday party. I never expected my two best friends, Chloe Vance and Harper Kingsley, to give me such a surprise instead. I watched them coldly. They hadn't noticed anything different about me. Instead, they joined Liam in mocking me. Julian, hasn't anyone told you? Playing the same trick over and over gets boring, Liam sneered. Harper is right, Liam added, looking at the other girl. You didn't actually think you were worthy of Harper or Chloe, did you? Even if a blind man looks normal, you're still disabled, man, Liam continued, his words becoming increasingly venomous. I frowned, ready to teach him a lesson. Suddenly, the housekeeper who had been the butt of their joke limped forward. She raised her hand and delivered a sharp slap across Liam's pale, pampered face. We may have physical injuries, but our souls are whole, she declared, her voice steady. Unlike you. You look like a man, but you're spiritually bankrupt. Chloe this, Harper that. Haven't you been weaned yet? The housekeeper's righteous defense shocked me, but a wave of warmth surged through my chest. Liam was so furious he couldn't speak. He pointed a trembling finger at her. You. It took him a moment to form a complete sentence. You're just a cleaner. How dare you talk to me like that? Chloe and Harper were equally outraged. Who are you to lecture Liam? You take out the trash for a living. Maybe you should learn to shut your mouth, Chloe snapped. Do you actually think getting that piece of cake means you can marry Julian Thorne and strike it rich? Harper added, her voice dripping with disdain. Keep dreaming. You're a limping maid. You aren't worthy. Chloe's right. Apologize to Liam immediately. The two women boxed the housekeeper in, poking at her insecurities verbally. When she didn't react, Chloe's expression turned vicious. If you don't apologize, I'll break your other leg. As they advanced on her, I quietly moved my cane to block their path, shielding her. Chloe Vance, was I not clear enough? I asked, my voice low. This is my birthday party. Where do you get the nerve to bully my fiancé? Chloe froze for a second, but then a smirk returned to her face. Julian, drop the act. I know you're just trying to get our attention. Harper sighed, shaking her head. Julian, that's enough. You're attacking us for an outsider? Can't you learn a thing or two from Liam? Even when you throw a tantrum, there should be limits. I nearly laughed out loud. Even now, they thought this was a tantrum. Marrying this woman was a tantrum. Being sick of them teaming up with Liam to bully people was a tantrum. In their eyes, was my blindness just a tantrum too? Yet, I had lost my eyes saving them. Since childhood, they both had terrible tempers, always offending people with their sharp tongues. Once, they mocked a boy with hearing loss. Enraged, the boy had attacked with a caustic chemical powder. I took the hit for them, blinding myself in the process. Out of guilt for saving their lives, they had always protected and yielded to me since then. Once, when I was bullied, Chloe was kicked to the ground trying to save me. Harper's arm was slashed with a knife. Thankfully, Harper had called the police in time, and we escaped. Through those shared traumas, we grew closer. They eventually confessed they loved me. But after losing my sight, my self-esteem plummeted, and I rejected them multiple times. They didn't get angry. Instead, they promised to protect me forever. I was slowly moved by their devotion and had planned to choose one of them to be my wife. But then Liam Tate appeared. Everything changed. They said they'd never met a man as independent and strong as Liam. He was poor, so he studied hard for scholarships. He was frail, so he worked out daily. His parents were sick, so he worked multiple jobs to support them. He was the opposite of me, a man with no ambition. I thought they were just temporarily favoring the underdog. I didn't expect them to lose their moral compass entirely, to the point where they would humiliate me just to amuse him. They claimed they hid the ring in the cake because choosing between them was too hard for me, so they wanted fate to decide. At the time, I thought they were being thoughtful. Now, hearing their laughter, it just sounded piercing. Liam looked at me, his face smug. Julian, Chloe, and Harper are doing this for your own good. They're helping you. If that cleaner got the ring, are you really going to marry her? You have to learn to say no. You can't rely on Chloe and Harper forever. They can't babysit you for life. Looking at Liam's face, I felt nothing but contempt. Chloe and Harper forced this choice, yet I was the one being lectured. I wasn't allowed to keep my promise. Today, I was going to defend this woman. If only for her bravery just now. I couldn't let her be humiliated here. I'll say it one last time. I will marry her, I said firmly. I keep my word. Hearing the resolve in my voice, the three of them turned various shades of red and pale. My grandmother's arrival broke the standoff. Who ate the ring? Who was going to be my grandson's wife? I intended to explain, but my grandmother, who suffered from Alzheimer's, grabbed the housekeeper's hand. It's you, isn't it? My future granddaughter-in-law. The woman, who had been fierce just moments ago, blushed and softly said, Grandma. Grandma was delighted. She pulled the woman close and started chatting. How old are you, dear? What's your name? I am Fenty, old enough to marry legally. Grandma, you can call me Elena. Within minutes, Grandma took the jade bracelet off her wrist and slid it onto Elena's. This is the Thorne family heirloom. Wear it. You are part of our family now. That bracelet had been in the Thorne family for centuries. It was worth millions. Chloe and Harper knew exactly what it was. Their faces twisted in shock. Grandma's mind is confused. She must have mistaken her for someone else, Chloe said, forcing an unnatural smile. She'll have to give it back after wearing it for a bit. A cleaner doesn't deserve that. Harper nodded, her expression sour. Grandma is senile. That bracelet is probably a fake anyway. I laughed coldly. Fake? Since when did my grandmother wear fakes? I didn't bother arguing. I didn't want to agitate Grandma, so I led her and Elena to a private VIP room. Grandma held both our hands tight. Elena is a good child. You mustn't bully her. I smiled and promised. I know. If Elena is willing, I'll take her to City Hall tomorrow to get the license. The party ended relatively peacefully after that. I exchanged contact information with Elena. Truthfully, I only mentioned the license to make Grandma happy. But the next day, Grandma practically chased me to the City Hall. Under her supervision, Elena and I got our marriage license and took the photos. I whispered an apology to Elena. I'm sorry you have to go through this just to please my grandmother. Elena blinked. Who said I'm doing it just for Grandma? I'm doing it for my own happiness, too. I was surprised and tested the waters. But I'm a blind man. Elena met my gaze and smiled. And I'm a cripple. Let's not despise each other. For a split second, I felt like she knew I could see. But then the moment passed. She pulled me toward the car. If we're acting, let's commit. I heard there's a famous boutique called L'Amour. Let's go order invitations. L'Amour? The name sounded familiar. It was a new, high-end couture shop known for international luxury gowns. The owner was rumored to be mysterious. Elena and I arrived at the shop. Careful, don't fall, she said, guiding me gently up the steps. The manager saw us and immediately handed me a cane. Elena picked out some invitation styles and bouquet designs. As she browsed, her eyes lit up at a custom suit in the display window. It was expensive with diamond cufflinks at the wrists. Julian, you look amazing in this. She reached out to touch it, but her hand was slapped away. I saw this suit first. Liam Tate turned around, realized it was Elena, and sneered. A cleaner thinks she has the money to buy a suit. Elena linked her arm through mine. As long as Julian likes it, I'd spend every last penny to buy it for him. Chloe looked a bit guilty when she first saw me, but upon hearing Elena's declaration, she burst out laughing. A single cufflink here costs 10 figures. Don't puff yourself up just to look fat, honey. Harper glanced at the cane in my hand and scolded me. Julian, it's inconvenient for you to go out. You need a chaperone. Why did you bring him here? There's a limit to play acting. I wanted to say that the selection here was pitifully small and outdated, and I want to tell Elena to go inside to the VIP section. But I didn't expect them to insult her so viciously. Elena, humiliated, still stood her ground in front of me. How do you know I can't afford it? I'm sincere about Julian. Unlike you two, saying you love him while flirting with Liam behind his back. Elena's words hit home. The expressions on the trio's faces were priceless. Chloe and Harper opened their mouths to defend themselves, but Liam cut in indignantly. It's Julian who's immature. He relies on Chloe and Harper for everything. They have no obligation to babysit a blind man for the rest of his life. And since Julian never officially dated them, how can you accuse them of betrayal? You're just a cleaner hired to put on a show. What do you get off criticizing us? Liam framed everything from their perspective, painting me as the burden. Chloe and Harper's eyes shifted from guilt to annoyance as they looked at me. Even though they had played me for a fool countless times, the bitterness still rose in my throat. I hated that I had wasted years of sincerity on them. Stop acting. You can't afford anything here. Watch out, or you'll lose the last shred of your dignity, Liam said, flashing a shopping bag. Chloe and Harper treat me with real kindness. I told them no, but they insist on giving me the best. Chloe and Harper looked at Liam dotingly. Liam, you deserve better. You've suffered for so long. I won't let you suffer anymore. Their display of deep affection was nauseating. I didn't want to watch their circus act anymore, so I walked toward Elena. She had ignored them and was quietly talking to the staff. She asked the sales associate to take a set of cufflinks from the cabinet and put them on me, paying for them on the spot. Julian, these really do look good on you. She turned a cold gaze toward the mocking trio. I can afford cufflinks, and I can pick any suit I want. Stop being an eyesore. Seeing Elena actually pay, Liam's face twisted. Where does a cleaner get that kind of money? You guys have no shame. You must be colluding with the sales staff to fake it for appearances. He stepped forward and snatched the receipt from Elena's hand. This has to be fake. Seeing him bully Elena, I reached my limit. I forced Liam back. I was about to kick them out, but Elena beat me to it. You're not welcome here. Leave. Now. Liam laughed. You're a cleaner. Stop pretending. You think this is your house? You think you can do whatever you want? Who gave you the right to kick us out? Who told you I was a cleaner? Elena asked calmly. Manager Williams. Throw these people out. Now. Oh, look at her go. Acting like she owns the place. Chloe sneered, obviously not believing Elena could be a boss of anything. Harper and Liam waited for the punchline. But a second later, private security guards in black suits rushed in and surrounded them. Hey, what are you doing? Get off us. As Liam was dragged out, Chloe and Harper panicked. Julian, what is the meaning of this? Even if you want to prop up this cleaner, you don't have to go this far. Even now, they thought this was a scene I orchestrated. They didn't realize that while the Thorne family had money, this specific boutique required connections money couldn't buy. The brands here were exclusive. I hadn't realized Elena was this powerful until today. The trio refused to leave, screaming at the door. The manager signaled the security team to continue. Our boss said she doesn't want your business. If you don't leave voluntarily, we will remove you by force. Liam was fuming. You can't kick customers out for no reason. I'll report you. I stood tall. I have nothing to hide. Throw them out. Liam's howling made Chloe and Harper turn their anger on me. Julian, tell them to let Liam go. How can you be so petty? Isn't a store meant for business? The customer is God. Is this how you treat God? God? They have to qualify first. Tired of the farce, I asked the manager to show us the samples. Manager Williams guided us. Mr. Thorne, Miss Cross, the new samples for your wedding invitations have arrived. Perfect timing. Chloe and Harper, hearing this, stopped their tantrum. What invitations? Julian, why are you ordering wedding invitations? I glanced at Chloe coldly. None of your business. How many times had I said I would marry Elena? They never believed me. After 10 years, they couldn't tell my jokes from my truth. Did they ever really know me? My attitude stung them. Chloe looked furious. Julian, you must be crazy to marry me if you're ordering invitations without my permission. I'm telling you, I won't agree to it. My heart belongs to Liam. Harper looked at me with disappointment. Julian, you're being so immature. Even if your family is wealthy, you can't trample on Liam's self-esteem like this. I scoffed. But you can trample on mine and my fiancé's for entertainment? Why should I indulge you? I turned, taking Elena's arm. She smiled softly. Thank you for defending me, Julian. I tapped her nose playfully. Let's order the suit first, then look at wedding dresses. Elena raised her arm, revealing the jade bracelet. Chloe lunged forward, slapped Elena across the face, and grabbed her wrist. You shameless cleaner. Take Grandma's bracelet off. You have no right to wear it. Harper joined in, holding Elena down while Chloe tried to wrench the bracelet off. Elena struggled. The three of them locked in a scuffle. Chloe raised her hand for a second slap, her eyes full of rage. I caught her wrist and backhanded Chloe across the face. Hard. Chloe stared at me in disbelief. I glared right into her eyes. Was I not clear? You dare hit my fiancé in front of me? Do you think I'm a pushover? Chloe froze, shock washing over her. You can see. When did your sight come back? Chloe grabbed my arm. Right about the time you and Liam were conspiring to humiliate me, I said, shaking her off with cold indifference. Chloe's face turned ashen. You could see the whole time. That's right. I watched you hand that cake to Elena. I watched you stand with Liam, pointing and laughing, waiting for me to make a fool of myself. Was it fun watching me suffer on my birthday? Exposed, Chloe and Harper finally lost their composure. They looked at me and Elena with guilt. No, Julian, we didn't mean to ruin your party. Harper tried to spin it. Exactly. Julian, you used to belittle Liam for his background. You've lived a privileged life. You don't know how hard he has it. We just wanted you to understand how he felt. We didn't have bad intentions. Humiliating me publicly wasn't a bad intention. What counted then? Murder? I didn't want to hear it. I took Elena and left. Because of the interruption, I wasn't in the mood to shop anymore. I took Elena home to ice her face. Seeing her swollen cheek, I felt terrible. I'm sorry. Elena shrugged. It's fine. It doesn't hurt. They hit me. What does it have to do with you? Elena, I promise, I won't let that slap go unanswered. It's okay. Isn't our wedding the most important thing right now? Seeing her like this only made my heart ache more. I helped Elena up the stairs to apply an ice pack, but Grandma came down just then. Seeing Elena, she immediately pulled her into her room to chat. She insisted Elena stay for dinner. Grandma really loved her. I didn't know when Elena left that night, but the next morning, Grandma wasn't around. I went to check on her, but before I could wash up, a servant reported to me. Sir, your favorite leather belt was soaked in water and ruined. I looked at the belt, snapped in two. Chloe had given it to me for my 18th birthday, saying she hoped I'd think of her whenever I saw it. Now it was destroyed. Perhaps it was fate. I took the belt, intending to trash it, when I heard shouting downstairs. I frowned and went down. It was Harper, Chloe, and Liam. They were like gum stuck to a shoe, impossible to shake off. Seeing me, Harper rushed over, handed me a gift bag. Julian, we brought you a suit. Please don't be mad. They still wouldn't give up. Chloe huffed. It was just a harmless joke. Why are you being so petty? I wasn't joking with you. I shook my head and threw the broken belt on the floor. Our relationship is like this belt. Broken. Unfixable. Chloe and Harper stared at the belt, shaken. Liam suddenly dropped to his knees, cradling the leather. Chloe ordered this specially from abroad. How could you soak it and ruin it on purpose? He looked up, eyes wide. Julian, you're so heartless. Have you forgotten how good they were to you? Aren't you afraid of breaking their hearts? Liam's performance was Oscar-worthy. He looked like he genuinely wanted to fix things between us. But his words were clearly meant to incite the girls. And, as always, they were stupid enough to fall for it. Their guilt vanished. Harper glared at me. Julian, enough. We came to apologize. What more do you want? Chloe scolded. You ruined the belt just to make a scene? That's enough. I couldn't communicate with these narcissists. I was about to have them thrown out when a basin of cold water cascaded from above, drenching the three of them like drowned rats. Chloe shrieked. Are you blind? They looked up to see Grandma and Elena coming down the stairs. Elena hadn't gone home. She'd stayed with Grandma all night. Grandma patted Elena's hand and glared at the trio. Whoever bullies my grandson and granddaughter-in-law gets splashed. Grandma, why did you come down? Be careful, I said, worried. I'm tough. I'm Fine. Chloe spotted the bracelet on Elena's wrist and sneered. This cleaner really dug in, huh? Taking the bracelet wasn't enough. She thinks she can be the Thorn matriarch? Clinging to Grandma. We all see what she's doing. You guys are idiots for treating a gold digger like treasure. She'll scam you dry. Elena frowned, immediately taking the bracelet off and pressing it into Grandma's hand. Grandma, I can't accept such an expensive gift. I'm not afraid of what people say, but it's not right to take this before I'm officially part of the family. Oh, keep it. It's just a bracelet. My grandson's wife deserves it. Grandma was determined, ignoring Chloe and Harper completely. Chloe's face distorted with rage. Grandma, she's obviously a con artist. Grandma shot her a side eye. I like her. I'll give my nice things to whoever I please. As Elena and Grandma passed the bracelet back and forth, I watched with a smile, missing the dark shadow lunging toward them. It was Liam. He reached out to snatch the bracelet, but because he was soaked, he slipped on the floor and shoved Grandma. Crash! Grandma hit the floor. My world shattered. Grandma! My scream froze everyone. Liam looked terrified. I didn't mean to push her. I just wanted to get the bracelet for Chloe. I reached Grandma, but she had hit her head and was unconscious. I stood up to call 911, startling Liam. He covered his face. Don't hit me. Immediately, Chloe and Harper shielded him. Julian, Liam didn't mean it. It was an accident. The priority is saving Grandma. Were they worried about Grandma or protecting Liam? My eyes bloodshot, I roared, get out of my house. Julian, help me position Grandma. I can perform first aid. Elena's voice cut through the chaos. You're a cleaner. Stop pretending. If you kill her, will you take responsibility? Chloe mocked. Elena's voice turned steely. I'm the chief of surgery at a tertiary hospital. I'm board certified. The recent viral cardiopulmonary surgery? I was the lead surgeon. Harper sneered. A cleaner is the famous Dr. Cross. Please. I saw you taking out trash. I was helping the staff. You assumed I was a cleaner. Still lying. Chloe started, but I shoved her aside. Shut up. If anything happens to my grandmother, I will destroy all of you. Elena's movements were professional and swift. Was she telling the truth? The ambulance arrived quickly. I rode with Elena and Grandma. I watched them while her into surgery, then collapsed in a chair. Elena looked at me confidently. Don't worry, Julian. I've called in the best specialists. We will save her. I waited 6 hours. Finally, Elena emerged. The surgery was a success. I hugged her, weeping with relief. She didn't react. I looked down and realized she had fallen asleep in my arms. I hired nurses, but I spent every free moment at the hospital. Elena worked there, so she visited constantly, treating Grandma like family. I noticed Elena's limp was disappearing. My leg was injured during a disaster relief mission, she explained when she caught me staring. It's healing. I wanted to help you treat it, I admitted. I just didn't know how to ask. I wanted to fix your eyes too. She smiled, her eyes reflecting my face. A memory flashed. Have we met? The Thorne Family Charity Foundation. I was one of the first beneficiaries. I met you at the gala. You told me to be brave. I wonder how someone so kind could be blind. I decided then to become a doctor and cure you. I remember my surgery 10 days ago. A difficult case, suddenly solved by a new lead surgeon. You let my eye surgery? She nodded. Cardio and ophthalmology are different worlds, but I coordinated the team. I had to repay you and Grandma. I shook my head, laughing. I had poured my heart into Chloe and Harper only to be betrayed. Yet a casual act of kindness years ago had saved me and my grandmother. I hugged her. Thank you for finding me. By the way, I asked, what about the shop? My brother owns it. I helped him with resources. He gave me shares. Simple as that. The Thorne family helped us get started. I was in awe. My phone rang. It was Chloe. I almost hung up, but I remembered their insults toward Elena. I answered. Julian, tell me which hospital. I'll bring Liam to apologize. Harper chimed in. Liam has had a hard life. Please drop the charges. Charges? I had forgotten. I had reported Liam for assault and provided the security footage. He was currently in jail. Today, Chloe and Harper came to beg for him. Their lack of boundaries was astounding. He pushed my grandmother. That is a fact. Why shouldn't I call the police? I snapped. You two better watch out, or I'll send you in there with him. Chloe exploded. Julian, you ungrateful jerk. Have you forgotten how he took care of you? We're asking for one favor, and you're being this stubborn. I cut her off. I think you're the ungrateful ones. You say you accommodated me, but have you forgotten why I was blind? I did to save you. Silence on the other end. Harper sighed. We know being blind was hard, but we sacrificed a lot too. Don't take out on Liam. You used to be kind. I'm kind of good people. I hung up. As for Liam Tate, he reaps what he sows. I blocked their numbers. A week later, Grandma woke up. When I arrived, the bracelet was back on Elena's wrist. Grandma held her hand. Don't let anyone steal this granddaughter-in-law of mine. I promise, Grandma. When you're better, we'll have the wedding. A month later, Grandma was up and about. She micromanaged the wedding planning, calling every relative. We booked the most luxurious ballroom in the city. On the wedding day, the city's elite arrived. I planned to introduce Elena to them, but they already knew her. Dr. Cross. They were eager to network with a famous surgeon. I rushed Elena to the dressing room. We have a wedding to attend, Doctor. She laughed. You're full of surprises. Those tycoons are your relatives. They're your relatives now, too. I walked my bride down the aisle. She looked ethereal in her gown. Guests whispered, she's beautiful. A perfect match for Julian. Heard she's a medical genius. We reached the altar. Just as we were about to exchange rings, a shriek shattered the atmosphere. You can't get married. I turned. Chloe and Harper, looking disheveled. How did they get in? Chloe knocked over a vase, pointing at Elena. We were just joking. Why are you actually getting married? Julian, stop acting. It's not funny anymore. I sighed. Chloe, you still think this is an act? Chloe's face crumbled. Why? You'd marry a stranger just to spite us. She isn't a stranger. She is my wife. I will spend my life with her. Chloe stumbled back. No. It can't be. Harper stood up, attacking Elena. She's just a cleaner. She doesn't fit our world. You're making a mistake, Julian. Don't ruin your future over a grudge. I couldn't understand them. When I gave them everything, they ignored me. Now that I was moving on, they were desperate to stop me. The guests murmured. Cleaner? That's Dr. Cross, the heart specialist. Is a Kingsley girl crazy? Chloe went pale. My fiancé saved my sight and my grandmother's life, I announced. I will spend my life repaying her. Applause erupted. Chloe wasn't done. I didn't mean to hurt you, Julian. You said you'd marry me. Please don't marry her. She wept. I felt nothing. She just hated losing to someone she thought was beneath her. Harper tried a different tactic. Julian, are you sure you love her? If this is just gratitude, don't do it. Without real love, it won't last. Harper was smarter. She knew how to manipulate. I felt Elena stiffen beside me, her palms sweating. She was afraid of my answer. I squeezed her hand. What's wrong? I'm just afraid that you don't really love me. Harper has a point. I smoothed her hair. You're usually so fierce. Why are you scared now? Of course I love you. I'm marrying you because I want to. Elena relaxed, her smile returning. She turned to Harper. Did you hear that? My husband says he loves me. Your plan failed. Grandma, sitting at the head table, waved her hand. Who let these idiots in? Security. Throw them out. Security guards rushed forward. Chloe screamed my name as she was dragged away. Harper gave Elena one last long look before turning away. The elders were displeased. The Vance and Kingsley girls used to protect Julian. What happened? They gone bad. We should pull our support from their companies. I didn't stop them. Their families' businesses only grew because of the Thorne family's backing. They bit the hand that fed them. That night, in our bridal suite, Elena looked at me apologetically. I invited them. I wanted to assert dominance. I didn't think they'd ruin the ceremony. I knelt before her. I guessed. Only my wife has the power to let people in. You're teasing me? I know you felt insecure. I support whatever you do. Under the lights, she blushed and kissed me. Then I should assert my dominance now, husband. We didn't sleep much that night. They said you weren't independent. Elena mused later. You seem pretty strong to me. Saturday came. Elena wanted to shop for furniture. Don't trust my taste? She asked. I'm just here to carry the bags. Elena hated jewelry, but I took her to the counter anyway and bought the emerald necklace I had reserved. Why do you always buy me such expensive things? Because you deserve the best. We walked arm in arm until we heard a familiar male voice from the next aisle. Babe, everyone has a Cartier watch. I want one too. I turned. It was Liam Tate. He should have been in jail. He was clinging to a woman in her 50s, a wealthy-looking cougar. The woman laughed, tapping her cheek. Kiss me, and I'll buy it. Liam danced with joy, kissing her cheek and then her mouth, right there in the store. The woman, clearly smitten, waved her card. Wrap it up. Thank you, babe. You're so good to me. Liam, you shameless leech. You're cheating on us with her. Chloe and Harper stormed in. They were furious. We spent a fortune to bail you out, and this is how you repay us. The older woman frowned. Liam, who are these noisy girls? Friends. No, just friends. I'll get rid of them. Security. Kick these troublemakers out. I watched amused. The cycle of karma was swift. Chloe screamed, Liam, rot in hell. You're bankrupt, Liam sneered. My lady here has real money. You can't touch me. Security grabbed the girls. Chloe resisted, and a guard raised his hand to strike her. Stop, I said, stepping forward. Hitting women in public? Bad look. The manager recognized me. Mr. Thorne. Of course, we were just escorting them out. Chloe looked at me with hope. Julian, you forgive me? Harper bit her lip. Julian, we know you cut the funding. We learned our lesson. Please. They still didn't get it. It's not a punishment. It's indifference. We are strangers now. I let Elena into our Rolls Royce. After that day, Chloe and Harper bombarded my phone with calls, begging for money or forgiveness. I blocked them finally. I took Elena on a honeymoon. I had completely let go of the past. I only wanted to spend the rest of my life with the person I loved. Story complete.